What's going on, guys? Stock Gains here, and in today's video, we're going to be covering a new SPAC that I think has the chance to double within the next few weeks to next month or two. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. If you guys do end up enjoying this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos. But this stock we're talking about right now is ticker symbol ACAM. It is currently trading at just under $12 at $11.96. And it is up 1.35% today, and it did hit a high of 12.28 today. So it is dipped down a little bit. So now would be a good entry point, and you're going to find out why throughout this video. So why I'm so bullish on this company is because ACAM is merging with a company called CarLotz, and they're merging on January 20th, which is just 7 days away, so very close. So we should see a nice little run up into the merger. There should be some good hype build up. And I think we can see some decent gains, maybe even 30 to 50% gains if the hype really does build up for it, which I think it will. So once the merger happens, this stock will change to ticker symbol LOTZ. But we're going to go ahead and cover what this company does right now and why I'm so bullish on them. And then later on in the video, we're going to talk about some price targets I have for it and where I think I see the stock going in the next couple months to even years. So CarLotz is basically an online site where you can buy and sell cars. And what they've done is they've pretty much just streamlined the buying and selling process for cars. So if you're looking to sell your car, you can just give it to CarLotz and they'll pretty much just sell it for you. They will take a small fee, obviously, but it takes the hassle out of it for yourself. For when you're trying to sell a car, you have to try and find buyers. You have to negotiate with people, all that type of stuff, where with CarLotz, you can just give your car to them and let them do all the work. So makes it really easy. And the average car on CarLotz is sold within 1 month to 1.5 months, so 30 to 45 days. So makes it really good for sellers. And for buyers of cars, you can literally just come on here. And if I wanted to buy this car right now, I could literally just go and check out like basically like it's an online store and just buy this car on the website right here, and then just go meet with them and get the car. And they do have free delivery too, so that's super cool. So there's no negotiations or price haggling with dealerships and stuff like that. What you see is what you get with the price here. So if you were interested, you would just go. You could either finance or pay cash. You hit buy this car. You fill out the paperwork, they check it, and they get back to you shortly and let you know, whether or not you can get the car based on your paperwork. And yeah, it's really that simple. So it basically just streamlines the whole car buying and selling process. It saves you from having to go to dealership, negotiating prices, all that stuff. It just makes it super simple. And I think in today's day and age where you just see everything getting simpler and simpler with all these companies, they filled a really big void in the market. So let's go ahead and look at some numbers with CarLotz and why they look really good. So their projected revenue is from 2023E to 2020E to 2023E is 145%, which is much more than all their competitors. Their gross profit per unit sold is $1,866, which is second most behind Carvana. Their customer acquisition cost per unit is $315, which is so much less than all of their competitors, right? It's like a third of the cost of their next competitor. And even on some of them, it's like, an eighth of what Vroom is paying, which is really good because that means, hey, if CarLotz was to scale up and maybe with them scaling, that doubles their customer acquisition cost per unit, they're still getting customers at half the price of all their competitors, right? So there's a lot of room for growth there with their customer acquisition costs being so low. Their margin per unit, $15.52, or contribution margin. And their capital invested to date, this is another really good one. They've only invested $35 million into this company, whereas their competitors have invested $2 billion, $1 billion, and $500 million. Now, as you can see, based on their hub footprint, they have the second most hubs out of all of these top four competitors behind Carvana. Carvana is the biggest, but CarLotz is catching up, and I think CarLotz has a chance to overtake Carvana within the next couple of years. CarLotz currently has 8 hubs, and I believe on their one presentation they said they were looking to open up 3 to 4 new hubs every single quarter in 2021. So we could see another, 12 to 16 hubs before the end of 2021, which would put them at over 20 hubs, which would be super cool. So guys, now we're going to talk about what my price prediction for CarLotz is for both short-term and long-term. And I'm going to show you why this stock is really undervalued and can go a lot higher. So as you can see, currently trading at $11.92. Now let's check out Carvana, who is their next main competitor, Carvana. They're trading at $290 per share. Okay, $290 compared to just under $12 for CarLotz. Now, obviously, Carvana is bigger, but CarLotz is starting to catch up, and I think within the next, 2 to 5 years, I think we could see CarLotz even overtake Carvana, which would mean, a huge increase in stock price. So if you go back to when CarLotz IPO'd, they opened around $8 to $10 ish. And in the course of basically 2 years, they went from, the $8 to $10 range to $290. Now, right here, you can see not far after the IPO, they got up around in the $11, $12 range, which is where we are right now for ACAM. So I think we could see some really, really good growth for ACAM. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of 2021, we saw ACAM over $50 a share. It would not surprise me at all, and I think we could even see more. Now, in the short term, in the run-up to the merger and with the merger, I think there's a chance we could see $20, $25 on the stock price if the hype builds up enough. I think at the lowest, we'll see a 20 to 25% increase, which would put this probably at around $14 to $15, which is still good, right? And I think that could happen in the matter of a couple of days, if not weeks. So I think both short-term and long-term, this company is looking really good. Right now, you're not far from getting in on the floor because on SPACs, the floor is $10, right? So you can always get your shares, back for $10. So you're not much above the floor right now. There's very little risk getting in right now under 12. I think anything under 12.50, the risk is pretty much almost not there as long as you have some stop losses in place. But like I said, this is looking really good for the next coming days. I think next week we should see some good growth with the hype building up to the merger. Once merger happens, we'll see what happens. Sometimes it can, shoot up right after merger. Sometimes it'll dip back down and then slowly climb back up after merger. But if you're just a short-term player, I would just play this up until the merger and sell maybe the day before the merger, and you could secure some really good gains. And if you're somebody that sees the value in this company, just hold it through for the next year. And I think you could see maybe even, 300 to 500% returns within a year just off this company. So hopefully this was helpful and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video.